So, the second most common question that I am asked about my move to Puerto Vallarta is about healthcare. Like, have I thought about that? What's going to happen? Like, what's their healthcare like? What are you going to do? All of that. Okay. So, yes, that was a huge consideration of mine, as it would be anybody. Um, as you age, right? And I do have to say that I'm super blessed that I don't have any pre-existing health conditions. I don't have to worry about medications or anything like that. So let's hope that that continues for many, many years to come. I have had to get medical attention while I was in PV before, and I was super impressed with just how simple it was, how quick it was, and how affordable. And that's where a lot of our fear in the States comes from, because I will say that as we age, it becomes more of a concern. Obviously, things will come up, right? But, during my working career, I was super, super blessed. These geese are totally competing with me right now. They're like, Shirley goes south. Well, so are we. They are quite loud this morning. Anyway, wow. Give me a second. Love it. They're doing their thing this morning, let me tell you. Anyway, when I was working and whatever company I was with, and I was with a lot of Fortune 100 companies, AT&T, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Waste Management, the insurance was excellent. Some companies had better insurance than others. And I did see it change throughout the course of my career in that, at the beginning, like corporations would just pretty much pay everything, right? But then it took a turn, and corporate greed really took over and started charging us a portion of what they have to pay for to these insurance companies. And those portions continued to increase, as well as our copays. So that's where a lot of the fear moving away from the States comes in, is that, we know how things have been in this country. And, quite frankly, it's the insurance companies that win in all of it. We get less and less, even with paying for Medicare Part B, with, a surgery I recently had. You just see how, even though you've got Medicare and you're paying extra every month for Part B, besides the copays, there's so much that you have to pay out of your pocket. So all of that being said, I think that one of the things that you really have to consider as you move abroad is, are you going to pay for insurance there in said country, in this case, Mexico? Now, my Part B, if it's an emergency, I pay out of pocket and then I'm reimbursed. If it's not an emergency, and God forbid something happen, okay, some major illness or something comes up, initially for whatever care I get, I am going to have to pay out of pocket. And that may force me to come back to the States and use my Medicare and take care of said medical condition, right? But otherwise, if an emergency happens there, yeah, you better have a credit card that has enough money on it to pay for the visit, or cash, which is another reason why you go through a financial solvency exercise to say, okay, what's your monthly, what do you have in savings or 401k, whatever, right? So I've been quite impressed with the medical care, and I emphasize the word care because here we worry about medical costs. And in Mexico, they really care about you. So, I don't know. I hope that answers your questions about how I've kind of prepared for that and what my plan is with medical, but it is one of the top questions I'm asked. Have a good one.